The film commences with the tale of a law enforcement officer known as the Man, who has taken a drug cartel captive and confined them in his car's trunk. After blowing up the vehicle, he seizes a bag containing $2 million. Even though wounded, he persists in traversing the desolate landscape until he reaches the closest town. He aspires to obtain medical care for his injury and to quench his thirst after traveling a considerable distance. At last, he encounters 3 men carrying a gallon of water. However, one of the men was tormenting a dog. Upon witnessing this, the man attempted to admonish him, but the trio challenged him to a brawl.
¡Hijo de puta!
Despite being outnumbered, the man defeated them all. Regrettably, the water he sought was spilled during the altercation, leaving him disappointed. He then liberated the abused dog and continued on his way, the dog trailing behind him. The man arrives in a residential section of a small town called El Fronteras. There, a young woman named Flaca tries to steal his bag, but lacking martial arts expertise, she is easily overpowered.
Means I don't know how to handle a knife.
The man then takes the knife she was wielding and demands she remove her shirt. Afterward, the man departs, heading to a cafe. Oddly, the waiter seems to evade him, and the staff appears unwilling to serve him food or beverages. He exits the cafe and enters a convenience store, only to be chased off by the cashier. Parched, the man ultimately locates a bar owned by a woman named Anna. He offers to buy water for $100, but Anna refuses until he places 5 $100 bills on the table. She finally agrees to give him a single shot, but she asks him to drink it outside her establishment. In another location, a gang leader named Culebra is initiating a new recruit by assaulting him in an abandoned building. Culebra even commands him to commit murder to officially join the gang. Shortly after, Flaca approaches Culebra and informs him of her botched robbery attempt on a foreign man. Culebra responds by inviting Flaca to join his gang and receive assistance from his members. However, their conversation is abruptly interrupted when Sheriff Chief Espinosa arrives and disperses the group.
One thing, Chief. It'll be to read El Fronteras.
Simultaneously, the man tries to purchase bus tickets, but as usual, the attendant refuses to serve him. Furthermore, the bus he wanted to board is unavailable.
Why you want to go there? A spring break?
No bus to Acapulco. Try tomorrow? Is there gonna be a bus here tomorrow or not? Okay, man.
Perplexed and unsure of his next move, he returns to the bar and engages in conversation with Anna. Through her, he discovers that the elderly woman selling bus tickets had deceived him. The bus scheduled to leave for the man's desired destination is set to depart at 2 p.m. Regrettably, it was now too late for the man to board the bus. Throughout their conversation, Anna's gaze remained fixated on the man's bag. She continued to explain that the residents of El Fronteras harbored a strong resentment towards foreigners. The man then implored Anna to let him sleep at the bar. Taking pity on him, Anna consented to allow the man to stay in her barn for a single night.
Fronteras.
That evening, as he rested, the man reminisced about the events preceding his arrival in El Fronteras. He and 3 fellow police officers had been commanded by their superior, Lieutenant West, to apprehend a cartel dealer near the border. Upon reaching a desolate hill, they realized the mission was a setup. They found themselves encircled by the very cartel dealers they were supposed to capture. The man quickly retrieved a gun from his car's trunk. Sadly, his comrades were instantly killed, while the man managed to survive, despite being shot in the arm during the exchange of gunfire. After eliminating all the cartel dealers, he took a bag filled with money as evidence and held the last remaining cartel member hostage, placing him in his car's trunk. Awakening from his reverie, the man discovered Anna pointing a knife at his throat. Evidently, Anna had discerned the contents of the bag the man carried. Fearing he was a drug cartel member, she expelled him from the premises and tossed his bag out the window just as Flocka happened to walk by the bar. Flocka swiftly snatched the money and sprinted away, but the man promptly gave chase.
Out!
Just let me explain.
Hey, no, wait!
In her haste and without paying attention to her surroundings, Flocka collided with a bystander, causing the bag to fly out of her grasp. The man tried to reclaim his bag, but Culebra and his men intercepted it. They taunted the man by passing the bag amongst themselves. Agitated by their mockery, the man fought back, but the skirmish was halted when Sheriff Espinosa arrived and fired a warning shot. Unaware of the bag's contents, Culebra returned it to the man and demanded he leave the city immediately, threatening to kill him if he disobeyed. Elsewhere, American police officers, led by Lieutenant West, converged on the desolate hillside that had been the site of the shootout between the man and cartel members. A forensic team examined the crime scene and the deceased victims. West ultimately discovered that one of the officers he had set up had taken all the cartel money. Meanwhile, the man remained in El Fronteras, resting outside Anna's bar. Upon seeing him, Anna engaged in conversation and recounted the history of El Fronteras. The city had once been fairly prosperous, attracting numerous tourists. However, everything changed when gangsters and cartels seized control, forbidding foreigners from entering the city. Residents were also prohibited from conversing with or serving any foreigners who ventured into the city. After sharing the story, Anna allowed the man to sleep outside her bar. The following morning, Flocka approached the man, who was still sleeping, intent on obtaining the money. Upon realizing his bag had been taken, the man immediately pursued her but soon fell, as Flocka had tied his leg. After freeing himself, the man clambered onto the rooftops of nearby houses to locate Flocka. He spotted her examining the contents of the bag in the middle of the street, visibly stunned by the sight of the money. Moments later, the man shoved Flocka, causing the money to scatter across the street and attracting the attention of the local residents. The commotion reached Sheriff Espinosa after Culebra complained about the situation. Espinosa then instructed Culebra to eliminate the man and seize the money.
Get the 2 o'clock bus.
At the police station, West attempted to persuade his superior that the man was responsible for the murders of the 3 officers and cartel members due to his pursuit of the money. West sought permission to track down the man, arguing that his Mexican origins would facilitate the task. The man, meanwhile, was waiting for the bus when Culebra's men arrived to kill him. He snatched a gun from one of them and fatally shot them, but more of Culebra's men continued to appear. The ensuing altercation caused the man to miss his bus.
Next bus. Ed, what time is the next bus?
On the other hand, Espinosa, now aware that the man was no ordinary individual, decided to send his own men to apprehend him. In his office, Espinosa prepared weapons for the mission to capture the man. The man remained engaged in combat with Culebra's relentless pursuers. Amidst the chaos, Flocka covertly retrieved the man's bag and fled, only to be chased by him. The man warned her that Culebra's men would kill her if she took the bag, but Flocka refused to surrender it, even scaling walls to escape. Suddenly, Culebra appeared, aiming his gun at them. As Culebra prepared to shoot Flocka, who was still climbing the wall, the man hurled a knife, causing Culebra's shot to miss and only wound Flocka's leg. However, Culebra then managed to shoot the man's hand. Fortunately, before Culebra could deliver a fatal shot to the man's head, Anna struck Culebra with a brick. She subsequently took the man to her place for medical attention. The next day, Flocka inquired why Culebra wanted her dead. Culebra explained that she wasn't a member of his group, and if she desired to join, she would have to kill a man. Disheartened by Culebra's response, Flocka departed, fighting back tears. Following this, Culebra arrived at Anna's bar and demanded she hand over the foreign man she had been assisting. He threatened to kill Anna and burn down her bar.
And when she didn't leave.
The man, hearing the commotion outside, rushed to Anna's aid. However, West, who had been holding a gun to him, ordered him to surrender. The man took the opportunity to question West's reasons for setting a trap for him and his 3 comrades. West explained that the man and his trio of colleagues were too honest in their work, frequently disrupting West's illicit activities. Subsequently, West brought the man to the sheriff's office, where he requested that the sheriff detain the man in a prison cell. He then handed over the bag of money to the sheriff, who divided it and instructed West to use the remaining funds to purchase drugs. The following day, Culebra visited the sheriff's office to inquire about the man. Espinosa told Culebra he could kill the man, but it had to be done slowly. Culebra, delighted at the opportunity to exact revenge, was shocked to discover the cell empty. It turned out the man had escaped through the window. After his escape, the man stole a car to pursue West, who had left the city. A high-speed car chase ensued, culminating in the man crashing into West's vehicle and striking the border wall. The border guards, witnessing the incident, opted not to intervene and fled the scene. West hastily grabbed a shotgun and searched for the man in his car but was unable to locate him, as the man stood behind him, aiming a gun. In a desperate move, West offered to share the money with the man, tossing the bag his way. Disillusioned with West, the man ignored the offer and fatally shot him. That night in El Fronteras, Anna had been captured by Culebra and brought before the sheriff for conspiring with the man. Culebra's men even set fire to her bar. As Anna was about to be executed, the townspeople arrived en masse. Amidst the crowd, the man walked forward, distributing money to the residents. Observing that the townspeople sided with the man, Culebra's men lowered their weapons. Culebra, however, remained determined to kill the man. He stealthily moved through the crowd to attack him. But Flaca intervened and stabbed Culebra before he could harm the man. Grateful for her actions, the man thanked Flaca and approached the unconscious Anna, lying in front of the burned bar. At this moment, Espinosa struck the man from behind, knocking him to the ground. Fortunately, as Espinosa prepared to shoot the man, the dog he had saved earlier bit Espinosa's hand. The man quickly grabbed the fallen gun and shot Espinosa. Yet, Espinosa was not dead. He produced a backup gun and aimed it at the man. In a swift motion, Anna seized a knife and hurled it towards Espinosa. The blade struck him in the chest, resulting in his death. As the film concludes, the man retrieves Espinosa's badge and presents it to Anna. The onlookers erupt in cheers, collectively deciding that Anna would become their new sheriff. Eventually, Anna and the man marry, and she re-establishes her bar. An influx of foreign visitors follows, leading to the expansion of the city's economy. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy, hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. You should watch the full movie. Thank you very much for watching.